This game sucks! At least that's what everyone says. Me, myself, I've never played it. But who knows? Maybe everyone's wrong. Maybe this is a hated gem. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was not a game I was very familiar with. I first played Final Fantasy VII, and that's what got me familiar with the past games. But even then, I wasn't aware that there was a Mystic Quest game on the Super Nintendo. I didn't find that out until people started lampooning it, more or less, on YouTube, making fun of it, saying how bad it was. And yes, by now, we all know Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is Japan's way of trying to make an RPG for the States. Apparently, it's called Final Fantasy USA in Japan. Now, on the surface value, it's understandable why they would do this. The Dragon Warrior series didn't sell very well in America. The Final Fantasy series didn't sell very well in America. And I could see what they were thinking. Oh, stupid American. They can't understand the game. Let's make a bare-bones RPG that anyone can play. And that's what most people think of this game, and that's, after playing it, pretty accurate. So, here's what it is. You start the game, you're put into this magical world, it's very linear. They don't give you open exploration, they give you levels, kind of like in Super Mario World, where you have zones that you move from place to place. Some of them are actual dungeons, some of them are just challenge spots where you have to fight 10 different groups of enemies, and at the end you can get a prize, or you just get experience. I understand why they did this, and it is, in its way, ingenious. There's no random battles in this game, but they're trying to teach you about random battles. So, in some of the dungeons, some of the enemies are invisible to you until you get a certain item, it giving you the illusion that you're getting into random battles. Now, as an RPG expert, more or less, I played a lot of these things now. Alright, time to rip this bad boy a new one, alright. I could see kind of what they were going for, but that's where this game gets in trouble. Hey, wait a minute. That sounded like something negative. This game is very good at being a beginner's guide to RPGs in a lot of ways, but it gets so much wrong. It doesn't guide you through the game and make it fun at the same time. As someone who knows what they're doing in an RPG, I found it very, very boring at times. But as someone who's new to RPGs in general, I think they're going to find it boring as well. Well, how am I supposed to be the guy who does the negative stuff if you're doing the negative stuff? What's going on here? The dungeon designs are all over the place, and unless you have a very good memory for backtracking and enclosed spaces, you can find yourself wandering around these things endlessly. Now, thank God it doesn't have random battles in it, because that's what can lead to RPG fatigue at times, is you're going through these dungeons, you don't know where to go, and you kept getting to random battles. However, in this game, you can see all the enemies. So for me, that became a little arduous, hitting an enemy, and then knowing, oh, I gotta go this way, but there's an enemy there, I don't want to go that way, but obviously I should probably go that way, only to find out later, oh, it was just leading me in a circle or a dead end. I didn't care much for that. This is ridiculous. Taking my job. I swear. You know what? You know what? I'm about to say something political here. Alright, I wasn't really going to do that. But still, this is bullshit. I did like the linearity. I do like the fact that there's no open exploration. That makes sense. I did enjoy the fact that there's no armor, blah, 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 you have to worry about. Now, your compatriot, your other character that you play with, is at a set level when you get them. They never level up. They also usually have better magic than you, and they have the life spell for most of the game. You don't get the life spell until around World 3, as we'll call it, where you get the third crystal. Pretty much midway in there, so you're relying on those people. And they always start higher level than you, which is good, because they one-shot people, and if they're not one-shotting people, it can get a little dicey at times, which is the other thing I don't like about the game. The battle system's fine. I understand having it's a computer-controlled partner, but you can change it to manual mode, which I did because the computer-controlled person will use all your potions, and although in the end I ended up having a lot more potions than I even needed, but that's besides the point. The battle system itself is extremely inconsistent, which they're trying to teach people about RPGs, and they got the exploration dumbed down in a good way, in my opinion. I like the way they dumbed that down. Even the dungeon layout, while arduous and boring and a little confusing, sure, some games are like that. I can see that happening in some dungeons. Not many, but some. But the battle system itself is so RNGesus everywhere. One battle, you'll go in there and you'll get instantly destroyed. Another one, you'll go in and you'll instantly destroy them. There's no rhyme or reason. In some battles, you attack first. In some battles, they attack first. In some battles, your partner attacks first. In some battles, you attack first. And even in certain battles, you'll start the attack and then you won't attack again until a full circle has gone around. And there's no way to monitor this. There's no active time battle. There's no CTB. There's nothing. Nothing. You don't understand any of this. It's just random as hell. Alright, fine. I'm gonna be positive. But look at the great graphics, mate. This is wonderful. Wow. You don't have to worry about doing anything. The game controls itself for you. And look at that. You died on a hard boss battle. Bam! You're right back in it. This is phenomenal. So you don't really know how to strategize. And for someone who's trying to teach people RPGs for strategy and thinking and critical steps, as in, I have to do this step here before they do that, it's impossible to do that. It's just rolling the dice. It's just on the spot dice spin. Every time you look, you don't know what's going to happen. Oh, dice spin. Oh, dice spin. Oh my god. Oh, I got petrified. At a certain point, I started using magic because magic is a joke in this game too. There's no mana system. Instead, you get magic charges, which you can replenish fully by using seeds, which nothing tells you they do this. The seeds, no clue. Healing potions heal everything, which that's nice. That's nice that they don't have echo screens and softs and all the other traditional RPG tropes that solve poison, paralysis, petrify. It's just one spell. That stuff I like. That's good. That's simplification. I can't even do this. You really giving me nothing to do. This is boring. And that's the other thing. The life spell will heal everything if you use it in a battle. But if you use the life spell outside of the battle, it does only healing. It doesn't cure ailments. Which even then, having a poison spell on you isn't the worst thing in the world because so many enemies sleep you and the poison will just wake you right up. But if you get paralyzed, oh my god, you're screwed. It's just paralyze and petrify, end the game. The game is generous though. If you die in a battle, starts you right over at the beginning of that battle. And I know, as someone who's trying to rush through it, I probably was being a little reckless at times, but still, it encourages you to be reckless. And I died more in this game than I have in any other RPG ever. And most of that's just the random dice spins, I swear. There's so much RNG in this game. It's not even fun. And if this is trying to get people to be RPG fans, get them into the series, failed on a catastrophic level. I love to play devil's advocate. I love to find the good in stuff that people don't like. And I did not find many redeeming qualities in this game. Other than the fact that it was over pretty quickly. And as far as challenge goes, the strategies weren't that hard. The only strategy you had to devolve was the fourth boss would have a reflect. And the way you got rid of that reflect is you attacked him with physical damage. Bravo. Bravo for strategy. Even the final boss, when I killed him, I'm like, that's it? Hooray! But even then, the game took me over 10 hours. So, nothing redeeming about this game. I was so looking forward to proving people wrong and finding something good in it. And yeah, there are good things. I like the simplification, the no armor, the spells, yeah, they have charges instead of mana. It's easy to maintain. You don't have to worry about, you know, just managing stuff. It simplifies it. You can see your enemies, which I appreciate, but as far as just someone who is good at RPGs, this game, no. Unless you want to torture yourself for 10 hours, which you could be putting to something better, like Treasure of the Rudris, don't bother. Now, for someone who's new to RPGs, don't play this. Please, this will kill your love of RPGs. or anything ever. There's so little enjoyment to be had in this game, other than the fact that it is linear and relatively quick when you consider RPGs on a whole. But there's just, as far as this game being hated or a gem, this game is hated justifiably. No way should you play this. None. You know what? I'm gonna go see what... Oh, I don't have any friends. Why don't you let me come out anymore? Not fair. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my Patreon bros who picked this game for me to look at. If you too would like more behind the scenes access to the channel, whether it be suggesting content or telling me what to do, check out my Patreon. And if you like hated gems, take a look at the last one I did, which was G.I. Joe on the NES. Alright guys, take care.